Azure Gleam. The Absent Emperor. The combined might of the Kingdom, Alliance, and Church crush Adrestia's forces in the Valley of Torment, forcing the Emperor and Regent Ire to flee southward to Garreg Mach. The might of Faerghus relentlessly pursues them in hopes of finally putting an end to the war. However, Count Bergliez stands firm in the way, a stalwart defender of his Emperor.
Ah, Leopold, you've come.
Why did you bring Her Majesty out here? You said yourself she's not in good shape.
It's what the situation demanded. We needed the Emperor's might to drive the Allied army away.
Did we now?
Besides, the decision was not mine to make. But now is not the time for this idle chatter. I must be going. It is essential I escort the Emperor to Garreg Mach. You shall stay behind to impede the enemy's advance. We cannot let any harm come to Her Majesty.
Look at her.
Somehow I doubt it's her safety you're worried about. But fine.
Seriously. Dude, you could literally just punch Ire and he would pass out. And then you can rescue Edelgard, right? Make sure she's okay.
I've got my orders. You can go.
My deepest thanks. This way, Your Majesty.
Adrestia is not gonna last much longer if that's how our Emperor's looking.
Can none of you tell that she's, being controlled?
If that's what you think, then flee. You're just a general. No noble rank to defend, nor a claim to one otherwise. Another life is out there for you, should you want it.
Oh my gosh, look, he's got a bear on his shoulder. A bear head. I've never noticed that before.
You're telling me to abandon the Empire? That's not like you. Though I think Linhardt might be in the Kingdom.
Yes, come to us, Caspar.
That's definitely one way to go. But it's not really my style.
It's okay, Caspar. It's okay. You can create a new style. We welcome you with open arms.
You're far too young to be throwing your life away. I wouldn't begrudge you such a decision.
Oh, come on! I'll land the decisive blow that'll turn this whole thing around.
Imagine a grand ship sailing on a vast sea, Caspar. One day it crosses the path of a vicious storm and begins to sink.
Caspar would probably sink with the ship.
Some panic and jump overboard. Others resign themselves to their fates and let the tempest do what it will. Yet more rob their fellow sailors for meaningless plunder, while another group clings to the helm, searching desperately to reverse their fortunes. And us? We stand proud at the bow, serenading our crew as the waves lap at their feet.
I don't think Caspar gets what you're saying, dude.
Our voices are like thunder piercing through the chaos, stirring the hearts of all those who stand face to face with death.
I get it. I'm gonna scream my lungs out until I can't draw another breath. Things might be bleak now, but they're gonna learn just what the Empire is all about.
Come, my son. It's time we show them the might of House Bergliez once and for all.
You were just trying to convince him to leave. What? So confused. So
The
confused.
Imperial army has fled south with the Emperor in tow. They appear to be headed for Garreg Mach. And just as planned, the Archbishop and her squadron are en route there as well. But we have also received word of suspicious behavior from the fugitive Duke Ire.
Meaning what?
Rather than retreat to the monastery, he remains roaming in the vicinity of this very battlefield. Maybe he's looking for something? Or perhaps it is a trap or a diversion of some kind. We still do not know what our enemy is planning.
Or it's not really him.
But we do know that Count Bergliez has stationed units at various key points in the hopes of slowing us down.
Well, now what? Duke Ire might not be rushing to reach Garreg Mach, but we should be. We don't want to lose our advantage.
Of course not. But if we charge in too hastily, we'll be swarmed by Bergliez and his soldiers.
Maybe we could try and find a weak spot in their defenses and break through there.
That would all be fine and well on regular terrain. We don't really have the luxury of choosing our route here in the valley.
What about the shortcut Lady Rhea used?
We would have to break into smaller units to get our whole army through, but it might just work.
It is too dangerous. Splitting up would just make us easier targets for whatever traps the enemies laid.
I fear I must agree. Such a plan could play straight into the Empire's hands. Attempting to traverse that route without the proper preparations would only result in needless loss.
Looks like you need my guidance. Hear me out. With an army as big as ours, there's no point trying to get clever with it. Our only real concern is the possibility of getting surrounded. Therefore, what I propose is...
We'll push our way through. Strike everywhere all at once. Whatever traps Duke Ayer's got for us, we'll blow straight through them. This isn't a thinking person's fight. Not now. We've got the stronger army, so let's start acting like it.
I didn't realize we had two boars on our side. Though I can't say I disagree.
I'm surprised that like Felix doesn't just want the most straightforward strategy, which is just, you know, fight your way past everything. That seems like his style to me, honestly.
We have the numbers. It is a good plan.
I hold no objections. Our combined might would overwhelm even the greatest ambush. Now, the Empire will learn what the legions of Faerghus are capable of.
I hope Claude and his people are okay. We did leave him behind in the middle of a battle, abandoned. Although I'm sure that like Dimitri wouldn't have done it if he didn't think Claude was capable of taking care of it, taking care of the situation.
What about this?
Great. Let's get started.
Now then.
Huh?
Something the matter, Arval? You're oddly quiet.
No.
I know there's nothing to be done. I know that, and yet, I still have this nagging feeling that things cannot continue in this fashion. I wonder why that is. It's not because you're plotting anything, right? Right? Hey, Ash.
Hey, what do you think?
Do you remember Caspar, the Minister of Military Affairs' son? He's an old classmate of ours. We do. We just met him in battle. Yeah, we weren't friends or anything, but I remember him. He was in the Black Eagles, wasn't he?
Right.
That's right. I talked to him a handful of times in the dining hall and at the training grounds. He was a little rough around the edges, but I've got to admit, his positive attitude was contagious. If we had met under different circumstances, I wonder if we might have been friends. Well, yeah, Caspar's a generally pretty happy guy, right? Carefree, laid back, all that. Could have totally been friends.
Oh, it's you.
I sure wasn't expecting a huge brawl like that, but we managed to make it out of ALL. Minister of Military Affairs? More like Minister of Military, who cares? We're practically invincible after surviving that fiery pit. They don't stand a chance. Whoa, excuse me. Guess I'm still a bit hot under the collar. Alright, let's hold back on that ego, shall we? Arrogance does no good for anybody.
Good day. Do you have a moment?
You need not concern yourself over the Alliance forces that stayed behind. Claude is in command. Well, first time Lawrence has ever shown confidence in Claude. Also, why are you here with us? Shouldn't you be helping your leader? He would not gamble with the lives of his allies unless he knew he could win. I am not privy to the exact details of his plan, but since he stayed, I'm certain the odds are in his favor. He will emerge victorious, and the Alliance will somehow benefit from the triumph. That is the type of man he is. Lawrence, our opinion of you is so much better now, so much higher, so much. Even among the Imperial soldiers, there were those offering prayers to the goddess on the battlefield. They may be our enemies right now, but we all call Fodlan our home. They have friends and families of their own. We're fighting people just like us. I'm sorry, I must sound silly. Not at all. No, I think it's good you feel that way. It's easy to lose sight of that when you've been at war for so long. But right now, we have to fight. You think you'll be okay?
Yes.
I'll manage. We must end this for all those who have lost their lives in this wretched war. Yes, yes, yes. Flame.
Excuse me. In fact,
I truly hoped Lady Rhea would permit me to join her. However, my brother would not allow it. He insisted that I stay close by. I suspect he is wary of the dark mages that appeared in the previous battle. I suspect they are part of those who slither in the dark.
How awful!
I'm not very familiar with them, but it is clear they are exceedingly dangerous. Oh, Yuri.
Hey.
What's with that look? Is it really so strange that I'm here? No.
Nuh-uh.
Not at all. Sorry to interrupt. What are you praying for, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, hello.
Protection and victory. This battle is for the church's main headquarters, after all. The goddess could at least chip in a little. Though I'm sure the Imperial forces are praying to the goddess as well, for aid in their defense of Garreg Mach. Yet only one of us can win. In any case, praying before any big event has been a habit of mine ever since I was little. Alright, we'll leave you to it. Rumor has it that all the Emperor's siblings are already dead. Essentially, if we eliminate her, Adrestia will likely become embroiled in a conflict over who should seat the throne. To think that a 1,000-year Imperial bloodline may come to an end here. We will certainly be witnessing history in the making firsthand. Just gotta rescue Edelgard, you know? And then, when she is in our debt, look at the cat! Look at it, it's just rolling around. So cute! Can you see the cat? Oh, that's so cute. That is adorable.
Hey, you.
So we're going to be chasing the enemy down while they try to escape?
Honestly,
That
I
gives
don't
me
know.
an icky feeling. It's almost like we're the bad guys now or something. Heard that's how you two met.
That reminds me.
That's what was happening when we first fought each other, remember? The Empire was chasing the Archbishop through the Valley of Torment. Yeah, didn't feel right then either. That's also probably why I agreed to join you.
Not good.
Got a second?
There are all sorts of wild stories about Count Burgles, like that he killed a bear with his bare hands. And then he took off its head and put it on his shoulder. Sure, they could be exaggerations, but if there's any truth to them, it sounds like Burgles and His Majesty are cut from the same cloth. They could be best friends, they could. Well, maybe it's not really fair to compare a king and a general, but I'm talking about sheer physical prowess. At the end of the day, I wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe with either of them. I mean, and I'm sure that on the honor scale, right, they're pretty similar too.
Well met.
Just want what's best for their people. Most of the mercs who are working for the Empire have switched over to the Kingdom or Alliance. Everyone's pretty sure they know how this war will end up. A mercenary won't last long if they don't pick up on subtle shifts like that.
Unbelievable.
Can't believe Lady Edelgard has allowed Duke Aiur to do as he pleases. I fear all good sense has abandoned her. Wait, could it be? It does all add up in that case. It would also explain why they disappeared. At any rate, I believe the current empire is being swallowed up by the darkness. Good, good. Constance knows what's up. Alright.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
Although, everyone is awfully busy bustling around, trying to get ready for the upcoming battle.
Got it.
I'm gonna do my best to be a beacon of tranquility for all. Oh. Thank you, we appreciate it.
Hold on.
Honestly, I would have rather been with Rhea than stuck here. No, Shamir, we love you. Stay, stay. Assume she doesn't like the heat. Assume she wants to protect the Archbishop. Directly ask why.
Huh?
How come? I can't imagine why. It's how I prefer to fight, instead of brawling in that cramped ravine.
And that's it.
Launching a surprise attack on Garreg Mach would have been much more comfortable. Makes sense, makes sense. We love you, Shamir.
Excuse me. I must be telling you.
I am having one memory of the previous Duke Aiur, but it is a bad one. When I was first coming to the Imperial capital, he had insults for my father. I became angry and attacked. Did you just giggle? Oh, Petra, we love you. I became angry and attacked, knocking him off his feet. I am having much to reflect on. Ah, happy memories. It's okay, Petra. We understand, we understand.
Hey!
Those creepy people popped up in ALL too. Just who are they? I swear I saw them when we battled the Western Church, and then again when we took out that Cornelia lady. What's their aim here? Are they trying to help the Empire win the war? Who knows?
How wonderful.
Emil, it feels like a dream being reunited with you. I'll never go so far away from you again. You and me are going to stick together from now on. But Mercedes, I am merely looking for a place— oh no! For a place to die. I have no reason to live, no path to follow. There's nothing for me now. Your sister. Right there, in front of you.
Not exactly.
But I'd be devastated if I lost you. I'll be happy so long as you can just keep pushing on, Emil. I don't know if that's reason enough for you to keep living, but I really hope it is. But the Death Knight, surely he'll come for you. You're you, Emil, and I'm not afraid of you, not even a little. Besides, you don't have to worry. I've gotten a lot stronger these past 2 years. Yeah, Mercedes can take care of herself, alright? Steep mountain paths, fire all over the place. The terrifying Count Bergley showing up. That battle was so awful, I just want to lock my door and throw away the key. And now we're charging straight to Garreg Mach through even more mountains? I'll never relax again at this rate, not even after the war ends. Oh, Bernie. Ingrid.
Can we speak a moment?
It looks as though Duke Eyre's been partaking in the Emperor's authority to rule as he sees fit. Yet he also appears concerned about the Empire's decline and is desperately trying to safeguard against it. Do you think his loyalty is sincere? I don't know. Seems to me like he doesn't care what happens so long as he's got power. Apparently, he used to have a reputation for being quite shrewd. Does time really alter people that much? Anyway, we should go after them now. It's the next logical step in advancing the war. Okay, alright. There you are.
Hey, by the
Hilda's
way...
brother Holst. I think that's his name. He's really someone you can count on, isn't he? Doesn't I have a crush? I wish I knew how I could get that strong. Claim it's through efficient training, claim it's through natural talent. You're certainly not lacking the effort. Maybe you could try to be more efficient with your training.
The short of it
I
is...
see, so you're saying I shouldn't just throw myself into everything with wild abandon. Alright, I'll give it some thought. I'll just have to find a way to get stronger that works for me.
Uh-huh.
At the very least, I want to be strong enough to protect the people I hold dear. You are an awesome mage, Annette. But if you want to be more like Holst, we can make you into a sword master too, so. Ooh, book. Book of Theros 2, The Creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. At the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land and there alighted. Upon that sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all of the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hand, plants took root, birds took to the sky, and animals roamed the land. Last of all, she created humanity. When the humans wished for power, she granted it. She gifted them the blessings of the heavens and of the earth. By way of the magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware that great power portends great evil. Ooh. There's foreshadowing. By the grace of the goddess's divine protection, humanity thrived. Through her blessings, they grew prosperous, and their numbers rose. Before long, they became the most powerful creatures in all of Fodlan. All was well until darkness descended from the north, a darkness that devoured the earth, desecrated the heavens, and threw the world and its inhabitants into a state of chaos. To face this evil force, the goddess created a new well of power. She gifted certain chosen individuals with sacred blood, allowing them to wield mystical weapons that they may prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed by their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. The heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breathed their last, the power coursing through their blood remained, leaving an indelible mark upon this world. This power passed through bloodlines came to be known as the Crests. The mystical weapons they once wielded are now called heroes' relics, and so the legend of a new age was born. The descendants of the heroes sought their ancestors' power and thusly their blood. In time, they amassed crests, relics, land, and wealth, using all to set the land aflame with war. The goddess's power, intended to stem the flow of evil, became a tool of destruction, all because of the greed of humanity. The goddess grieved and, heartbroken, hid herself in the heavens from whence she came. Okie dokie. The Valley of Torment lived up to its name. All those people crammed into that narrow ravine. I'll never forget the sight of it for as long as I live, no matter how much I wish I could scrub it out. I need to think about something else. What's next? Are we all ready to go? All right, Dorothea. Everything's going according to plan, but I still can't shake this sense of unease. Lady Rhea and the others must be near the monastery by now. I sure hope they're safe. Reassure? Stressed out? I mean, it's Rhea, she's fine. I'm sure. I wouldn't worry. They probably will have recaptured Garreg Mach by the time we get there.
I wonder.
Wouldn't that be nice? But who knows what enemies are waiting for them at the monastery?
I'll handle it.
We've got no time to waste. Whoever they are, we'll knock them down and barrel on through. All right, Catherine, you do that. You do that. Oh, we missed somebody. We missed somebody over here. Are you surprised to see scholars accompanying you? Do not be fooled by our appearance. We contribute a great deal to the battlefield. For example, determining what supplies are needed on the front lines, or how many units are required to capture a stronghold. Regardless of an enemy's strategy or martial prowess, victory cannot be achieved without precise calculations. Though many leaders disregard this fundamental fact, His Majesty fully appreciates it. No, we get it, we get it. Your efforts are appreciated.
That's not good.
Hello there.
It appears Count Bergles is now in charge of the Imperial Army. So I've heard, he put up one tough fight in ALL. Getting past him won't be easy. He still wishes to be the Emperor's shield, even though he knows what's going on in the Empire. His sense of duty is admirable. Sounds a lot like Dedue, sounds a lot like Felix. Felix won't like this.
Let's see.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Guy who protects his leader no matter what. Reminds me of you, Felix.
Fool.
Don't lump me in with someone like that. I would have washed my hands of them and fled a long time ago.
No.
I don't think you're the kind to make such a decision lightly. Honestly, I feel like if Dimitri was... No. I mean, maybe. I feel like Felix would, do his best to, knock sense into Dimitri.
How may I help you?
Instead of doing what Bergles is doing and just letting things happen. And whatever. I have orders to march with the kingdom's forces, yet I cannot help but worry for her grace. Fodlan will be thrown into absolute disarray should she come to any harm. The people would lose their spiritual support. Personally, I still believe the front lines are far too dangerous for her. But if that is what she wishes to do, far be it for me to try and stop her. Indeed, indeed. Rhea will be fine, okay? She's lived this long. Who is this? Who do I keep? Elphys, hey.
That's not good.
This is real bad news.
Okay.
There's this guy back in Imbar that I owe a whole bunch of money to, and now he's been captured by the Kingdom Army. Ask why it's bad news? Roll your eyes.
You're kidding.
Don't tell me you want him to get executed just so you could get out of paying your debt.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
that.
Don't go trashing my good name like that. I'm not trying to get out of my debts. Oh, Shaz. We love you. We love you.
I was thinking.
Feels like the final battle's just around the corner, doesn't it, Commander? I know we still gotta recover Garreg Mach and capture the Imperial capital. But still, look how far we've come. I'm getting a little choked up just thinking about it. Indeed. I never thought there'd come a day when I saw Count Bergles as an enemy. Caspar was there as well, though it would appear he has escaped for the time being. Consideration? He's taking it well.
Hey!
Oh, I get double points with Linhardt for that. You're taking this awfully well. Weren't you and Caspar childhood friends? Yes, but that is of little consequence now. He's not fighting for honor or any greater purpose. War is just his way of life, and he doesn't have the slightest intention of dying or losing. Somebody back here.
So, yeah.
I heard that we're gonna have to pursue the enemy. I'm not really built for speed, you know. I don't think I could keep up if I tried. You look quick on your feet. Bony folks always tend to move faster. You don't have to worry about me falling behind. Just go on ahead and I'll catch up. Eventually. Good luck, Raphael. Good luck. We missed somebody up here.
I wish to speak with you.
The Archbishop should be capable of reaching the monastery undetected. A cadre of our finest knights is also escorting her, should anything come to pass. Ask about Rhea's strength, Knights of Saros' strength.
Meh.
You have a lot of confidence in Lady Rhea. What makes you think she's so strong? The Archbishop believes that one must have sufficient strength in order to lead and protect the masses. The saints of old were also rather powerful, which is undoubtedly why she endeavors to follow in their footsteps. That said, we cannot afford to dawdle. You would do well to prepare for the next battle. Ignox! We finally gained the upper hand, but the enemy still has the formidable Count Burgleys on their side. If only Holst were here. Agree. Act tough. I know, right? Holst could definitely take on Burgleys, no sweat. If only we hadn't split up with the Alliance's forces. If only Dimitri hadn't abandoned them. But it's too late to complain now. But still, it's hard not to worry. Oh, Holst.
Indeed. Let me ponder this.
Becoming allies with Gerald's mercenaries was truly a wise decision. Their leadership far exceeds that of most knights, a fact made abundantly clear during the battle in the Valley of Torment. It would be ideal if they could continue to work with the kingdom after the war ends. Unfortunately, it seems they have reservations about Lady Rhea for some reason or another, so that is likely out of the question. I mean, it's not like you're gonna house Rhea in the kingdom forever, so, you know. I'm sure they would be amenable to joining after Rhea goes back to Garreg Mach. Amenable.
That makes sense.
So that's why you quit the Knights? Yeah, and also why I'm trying to avoid Lady Rhea as much as possible.
Huh?
Sorry, am I interrupting? I'm not eavesdropping. No.
No way.
Don't worry about it. It wasn't important. Anyway, you feel like you're ready? This is gonna be our toughest battle yet.
Okay.
We'll show them what Gerald's mercenaries are made of. Oh. Have one more over here. Nope, wrong way.
I see.
We've arrived as your reinforcements, and just in the nick of time. I don't see that insufferable, lovely Viscount Brennius anywhere. Has he not arrived yet? Well then, allow me to offer my support in his stead. You can count on me. Alright, cool. No idea what's going on with you guys, but sure, whatever. Works for me.
That's concerning. If I'm honest.
Garreg Mach has many tunnels that lead outside the mountains, and plenty of secret passages that we don't even know about. Needless to say, Lady Rhea knows the layout of the monastery like the back of her hand. All we can do is have faith the surprise attack will succeed. I sure hope everyone is alright. She'll be fine, It's Rhea. We are not concerned. I suppose I should be grateful to Claude and the rest of the Alliance. He said he'd devised a strategy that would keep the enemy at bay using only the Alliance forces. I do hope they're all safe though. Doubt. Express optimism.
What do you think?
Claude's a smart guy. I'm sure whatever plan he's cooked up will see them through. Indeed, he's always been someone who thinks outside the box, ever since our time at the Officers' Academy. It would be a serious blow to lose the strength of the Alliance army, considering the rest of our strategy.
Now then.
Let us place our trust in Claude's abilities, and yes, even his word. We will press on and do what must be done. Weren't you one of the people who was just doubting and being suspicious of him, like, 2 chapters ago?
Actually,
the entire army's on pins and needles. Maybe it's because we're about to reclaim the monastery. Garreg Mach has always held incredible significance to the people of Fodlan. I wonder if it'd be comparable to a temple of the gods or a sacred site in Duscur. Understanding the customs and mindset of another culture can certainly be a challenge. But it's worth it, you know? For the tolerance and the peace that it could bring. And understanding.
You're inviting me? Why? If I must.
Let's hope he doesn't murder us in the forest, yeah? Bury our body beneath a tree.
The forest beasts are watching. Shall we hunt? I can sense that you and those maggots are of the same ilk.
It's rude. Similarities, explanation, you have no connection. Oh, he's talking about the mages, right? The, Slither people. I don't think B or C are the... Maybe it's C? Nope. The answer's no.
This bores me. I only find delight in battle.
He's definitely gonna murder us. Sympathize, not to lose himself, volunteer to spar with him.
Thank you. I fight as I see fit.
Nothing more.
Listen, going to be a problem? That's fine.
I
Not too
will
bad.
take my leave. Dear son, I hope this letter finds you well, and that you and your sister aren't fighting too much. Nothing has changed with me. I'm not having any troubles here. Once this war is over, I hope the three of us can live together again. She seems in good health.
Yes. She sent me this letter as soon as I wrote her about being reunited with you. I know she was happy to hear that. She was always so worried about you, you know? We haven't seen you since we left House Bartels, so please go visit her when you have a chance. As you read, we were thinking that after the war is over, we could perhaps reunite.
No.
Aww.
Why not?
I cannot face her. I killed my father, slaughtered everyone in the house. Our mother shouldn't meet a murderer.
Yes, I heard about that. But I'm certain you took those actions because you felt you had to, right? Just explain it to her. She'll listen to you.
You do not understand. There is a murderous demon in my heart. The Death Knight inside me would cut you and our mother down without hesitation. If that happened, I would lose myself.
But we're here talking right now, and you're just as you always were. You're my little Emile who loves kittens and sweets.
Mercedes, I may be fine now, and perhaps the demon in me will even perish someday. But I cannot live with you until I pay for my crimes. And considering the weight of them, that day may never come.
But
I seek only to be judged by the law, and thereby atone.
so that's what you've decided, is it? In that case, I have no choice but to support you, no matter how sad it makes me. But just know that Mother and I will always be waiting for you, no matter how long it takes. I look forward to the day when you can show your face to her proudly.
I see.
We might both be old ladies by then,
Mercedes.
but we'll still be able to talk over tea like always.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Looks like someone beat me here. Hey, Yaritza. You do know we're allies now, right? You could at least say hello.
I suppose.
Talkative as ever, I see. I take it you're here to train?
Yes.
You don't say. Well, this is as good an opportunity as any. Let's say you and I have ourselves a little duel. I've been itching to cross swords with you since we were at Garreg Mach. We never had a chance to cut loose and really fight, did we? They say the way someone wields their blade can tell you who they really are. So come on, show me.
Very well. Draw your sword.
You're not half bad. What? Done already? Things were just getting interesting.
This will not end until one of us dies. I have no reason to fight you. I care not when my life ends. But you do not wish to kill an ally.
That's right. If I cut you down now, I'd never be able to face your sister. We'll have to save the real fight for another time. Let's call this one a draw. Sorry, I'm just glad you were even tougher than I expected. Now I know why you were the weapons instructor. You'll have to teach me something new next time, Professor.
I care not for jokes.
Bad habit, what can I say? It's not every day I get to go up against someone as good as you. I look forward to our next bout. Just not to the death. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks, Yuritsa. Your form's great today. Thanks for sparring with me, Yuritsa. Though I have to say, we've faced off a few times now, but I still can't figure you out. Your skill is undeniable, but there's no emotion behind it. Your swordsmanship says nothing about you. If it's because you can't take it seriously, then you're welcome to come at me with everything you've got. Why are you staring at me like that? Don't tell me I offended you.
Very well. Entertain me with your blade.
Okay then. Let's do this.
Do you not see the murderous look in his eyes? Don't do this, Catherine.
I knew there was another side of you.
More. I need more. Satisfy my thirst for blood.
Give me a break. Stop. I've had enough.
What?
Unlike Yuritsa, the way you fight reveals a lot about you. I'm sure you're content just fighting worthy opponents to the death. But I have people I need to protect. People I'm fighting for. Life's too precious to waste on a fleeting moment of fun, Death Knight. That's why I can't be the one to kill you, like you so desperately desire. But hey, Fodlan's a big place. There's gotta be someone out there who'll give you what you want. They might even be closer than you think. You just have to look, right? Why don't you make finding that person your reason to keep fighting? All that said, I'm still a warrior. Nothing gets my blood pumping like facing a tough opponent. So while I can't help you put an end to your life, I'd be more than happy to help you live it. Until our next duel, Professor. See you around.
I thought she, of all people, would slay the darkness that dwells within me. What a merciless woman.
Interesting.
Never thought we'd get the chance to fight side by side again. It was a total surprise, to be honest. But I'm actually pretty happy with how things shook out.
I know.
You're still as cold as ice, you know that? Would it kill you to say you're happy to see me or something?
Sorry to disappoint.
Nah, I actually kind of missed it. Besides, that's just how you are. So, what have you been up to since you left the Knights?
I spent some time in Leicester as a mercenary. Not many people know me there. But you already knew that. You sent for me, didn't you?
You mean back at the battle at Aryan Road, right? Actually, the Knights were just throwing my name around to recruit all the mercenaries they could. I had no idea you'd be one of them.
Huh. So it really was just a coincidence. What about you? Still serving as Rhea's sword?
Lady Rhea. I'll let that slide since you're not a Knight of Seiros anymore. But to answer your question, yes. No matter who I'm swinging it at, my sword will always belong to her. Honestly, I was surprised to hear you'd slipped away after repaying your debt to Lady Rhea. You didn't even say goodbye. I was furious.
I guess sneaking out was the right call then.
I was running around, shouting that I'd drag you back to Garreg Mach and kill you myself. But then Lady Rhea took me to task. She said it wasn't fair for me to impose the Church's values on someone who wasn't from Fodlan.
Sounds like I owe her another one.
For what? I wasn't really going to kill you.
I'll take your word for it. You know, I fought alongside a lot of people since I left. But you're still the only one I trust to have my back.
So what you're really saying is that you missed me and wish you never left?
You basically said the same yourself, didn't you? But yes, I did miss you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. For once, I'm glad I was wrong.
Oh.
Would you look at that? You have changed. And I feel the same. Really. I couldn't ask for a better partner than you. But if you disappear on me again, so help me, I really will hunt you down.
But you'd have to leave Rhea to do it.
Then the next time I go somewhere, I'll just have to drag you with me.
Oh, Dedue. Must be my lucky day if I'm running into you here. Hey, what's with the scowl? Do we have a problem?
All the residents in this town are people of Duscur. It may be within the kingdom, but it holds neither monastery nor church. What is your reason for coming here?
Wait, Dimitri and Lady Rhea didn't tell you?
They did not.
I know everyone's been busy, but that's unacceptable. Well, there was a major fire here, right? Lady Rhea asked us to come help rebuild. We brought rations too. Never hurts to have a little more food in your stores. So relax, please. I swear on the goddess herself that we don't intend to harm any of you.
I did ask His Majesty to spare some aid in rebuilding the town, but I did not expect the task to fall to you.
What kind of church are we if we don't help those in need?
Aww.
Besides, we owe Fargus quite the debt. You guys took us in, even going as far as to start a war with the Empire in the process. This is the least we can do to return the favor.
Surely the Knights of Seiros have long since repaid their debts on the battlefield.
Maybe the Knights have, but the monks and scholars won't let us hear the end of it if we don't let them pitch in too. So when Lady Rhea heard about the fire, she apparently jumped at the chance to help.
Is that so?
I know the people of Duscur will have their concerns, since they're not followers of Seiros. But it'll all be fine. And we can't just sit around twiddling our thumbs while people out there desperately need help, can we? At least, that's how all of us who follow the teachings of Lady Rhea view it.
Indeed.
You're free to supervise if you still don't trust us.
No. You seem to be speaking the truth. His Majesty has expressed similar sentiments in the past. I believe your desire to help is sincere.
Thanks, Dedue. I was starting to think you were about to tell us to pack up and go home. Well, now that we're all square on that front, point us toward what needs the most help. We'll do manual labor, planning, you name it.
In that case, I'd ask that you clear away the burnt wood and help distribute food to the townsfolk. I will explain to everyone what you're doing here.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I'm sure they'll be much more willing to listen to you. Anyway, we'd better get to work. Hey, Dedue. I've been thinking. Fargus has really changed lately.
How do you mean?
I don't know. That's just the feeling I get when I see what goes on in this town. Don't you agree? It's like everyone here trusts you unconditionally, even though you serve the King of Fargus, someone they should hate with all their hearts. It must have taken a lot of hard work to rebuild that trust. I'm honestly impressed.
The achievement is not my own. His Majesty has been striving towards this for some time now.
Huh. When you put it that way, makes me think he must have been planning it all along. I mean, people used to say he wasn't right in the head when he first chose you as his retainer. But he clearly had reason for doing so.
Yes, I can still hear the echoes of their gossip in my ears. The castle was full of it.
People just suck.
It led me to ask His Majesty why he saved my life. He replied that neither faith nor birth are of import when a person's life is in danger.
Lady Rhea has told me the same thing. She saved me once a long time ago, just like Dimitri did for you. Twice, actually. Even though I don't have a religious bone in my body. It's gotta be in their blood to never abandon someone in need.
Perhaps His Majesty and the Archbishop aren't as dissimilar as I thought.
True. Neither of them seem to let their lofty positions go to their head. They have that in common, too.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, despite her role as Archbishop, it's not too uncommon to find Lady Rhea at an orphanage, playing with the children. And Dimitri's the same way, right? I heard he was off teaching some village kids how to fight just the other day.
Yes, that is true. Though I'd prefer he spend his free time at rest instead.
Hey, helping people is calming in its own way, right? So if making sure he's well rested is part of your job, I say you let him do that however he sees fit.
That's one way of viewing things. I'll think on it.
I suppose we probably understand each other better than most, serving such similar leaders.
You're suggesting that you and I have much in common as well.
Maybe. Either way, it's been a real joy talking to you. We've probably been through a lot of the same ups and downs in life if I had to guess. In time, I bet we could even become friends. So long as our bosses stay in each other's good graces.
Agreed. Though, if they were to part ways.
Whoa, no need to go there. I think we both know what would happen if they ever chose to cross swords. We'd kill each other without hesitation. I'm sure we have that in common, too.